Hello everybody. So in this video I want to talk about how to link views to files, objects to class members, and actions to class methods. Well, hopefully we can get to this point. So the concept of connection is really important in IELTS development because later you will find all of it just boils down to the connection between different views and connection between views and files and connection between your front end UI controller file and your backend data source files. And sometimes you will have to connect your app to the internet and like all those kind of stuff. So understanding these different kinds of connection will really help you understand the structure of an iOS app. Okay, so just open your Xcode and to create a brand new object, just click here, create a new Xcode project, and then you will see this this window pop out, and of course we will choose iOS here. Okay, so here like Xcode let us choose a lot of different templates, so we will use single view app, but so just to know that these different templates are not like hard-coded different types of apps, so we can actually easily like convert this single view app to any of these types just by adding stuff into it, and also convert these types back to single view app. Okay, so today we'll use this, and later we will actually add more views, so it won't be single view anymore. Just click next, and let's give it a name. So let's call it Toy 2. Okay, so organization identifier. Here, you'll have to like, if you are releasing your app into App Store, you'll have to give your app a like unique ID, which is basically this bundle identifier, and it just consists of your product name and your organization identifier, and usually you can add some like com.appdev.toy, well, which is not important now, so I just type in appdev, and language you can choose between Swift and Objective-C, and like for a lot of reasons Swift is just more superior, I think. Okay, so coordinator is some like database stuff for iOS, which we won't use right now. Okay, so just click next, and click place you want to store your project, and click create. Great. So yeah, let me make this window small. Sorry, this is that was actually making it bigger. Great. Okay, so now it's back. You can see we only have like two default files here, and we have two default storyboard. So main storyboard is the main storyboard we will use to like doodle the structure of our app, and large screen storyboard is it's the screen you will see when your app is loading. For example, when we open this app, you see like this is a large screen storyboard, and in a lot of apps you will like see a lot of advertisements on this large screen, so that is done here. Okay, so in our main storyboard, we like by default we only have one single view because this is a single view app. So to just like show something on our screen, we can just search for a label and just drag and drop in a label here, and double click it. We can add this content. So this is a label. Well, right, and we'll make it longer and go to this attributes inspector here, make it align to central, and also when we drag it around, we can see like Apple really provides us a very convenient way to position it in a very how to say, position in a very aesthetic way. I don't know. So it provides us like a lot of support lines, like the central line, horizontally and vertically. Okay, so now we can see the label is in central, but actually the position of it is like not fixed. So like, what if we have like different sizes of screen? So you can see like apparently iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus have different sizes of screen. So what we'll have to do to fix the position of like objects in the view is to use these two buttons. So we can actually fix the height and fix the width, and also the distance to the top, the distance to the left. I'm gonna click these two, these four, and add 4 constraints, and then the position of this label will be fixed. But actually there's sorry, cannot see this. There's a lazier way to do this. So just click the triangle here, and you can see selected views. We can reset to suggested constraints, and in this like bottom menu, which you can now see, the content is the same as here. It's just like one is for selected views, one is for like all views in view controller. So usually we will just click this reset to suggest constraint, and Xcode will automatically set all of the necessary constraints for us, which is very convenient. But later, when you really want to specify the constraint by yourself, you have to do it manually here. Like for example, if you have a design team and design team like hand you some user interface design draft, and when you have to like implement your UI interface according to their design, you sometimes have to set these values manually. Okay. So yeah, just check like which file is controlling our current view controller for this view now. Just click this yellow circle, and click this identity inspector, and here you can see that the class which is controlling this view controller here is view controller. So basically this class. In order to verify this, let's go to this file and go to the method called Viewdidload. So this is a method which will be called every time when this view is loaded on our screen. So to verify this, let's actually print out something. So do print statement. This view, this view is loaded. Okay, and well, in Swift you don't have to type in semicolons. You can if you want, but I mean, okay. So yeah, now we can build our brand new iOS app. Yeah, so for the first time, when it's building this app for the first time, it will like take some time for it to just like compile everything and link everything. So yeah, let's see. Because we haven't given our app an icon yet, you can see like the icon right now is just blank. Oh, actually, this is our app. Yeah, Toy 2. It's close. Good. Almost there. It's still loading. Actually, let me open the console. Okay, so just you see the debug information. Console. Oops. Okay. But I think it's still loading for some reason. Yeah, let me see. Oh, sorry. I just revealed it, but actually, yeah, in that split of a second, you should like be able to see the like this is a label. Yeah, okay. And this field is loaded, which means this method here has been called. Okay, good. So now we can delete that because we have already verified this. The next thing we will do is actually let me clear out the constraints first. So as you have seen in our toy app, we actually have two labels. One is name and the other is class year. So let's just add these two. Okay, and to like just drag and drop them in some place you think that's desirable. So like here you can use this support line to basically make these two labels align perfectly. So let's make them align to the left. Okay, good. And also, as you saw, we have two like boxes where the user can type in their information. So those two boxes are called text field. So just drag a text field here, align it. Okay. So align it with your label and actually just expand them a little bit and drag in another text field for class year and expand it a little bit, and yeah, you can see Xcode really like help you to align your objects like perfectly. Okay, so actually I think they are a little bit to the side, so let me adjust it a little bit real quick. Okay, so well, after we have put them in position we think that is relatively satisfying, we can just click this triangle and reset to suggest constraints for all of the objects in the view. So just click this and see, now we can see those dark blue lines here, which means the position is fixed now. And okay, and then we had a button at the bottom, remember? So when we click this button, there will be a label appear in the middle here. And actually, let me add the content of the label, and we can make this button larger by going to the attribute panel and make the font size larger. Okay. So put it in the middle, yeah. And then reset to suggest constraints again. Okay, so now we can recompile our app, and hopefully we'll be able to see this beautifully designed user interface in our simulator. Yeah, so at first it will like really take some time. Okay, great, yeah. So as you can see, we have a name and text before it, so we can actually like type in some stuff here. Yeah, just type random stuff in class here, random, and this button, we can click it, but since we haven't implemented a corresponding method for it, so nothing will happen. Okay, so the next thing is to link objects to class members. So remember this double circle here, which is our assistant editor. So click this, and let me close this right panel and close this. Okay, so on the left we have our view controller, Swift, delete this, and on the right we have our main storyboard. So all we want to do is basically connect all the components we want to modify or control to this class. So what you will do is tap the control key on your keyboard, so just hold it, and then at the same time click on the component you want to drag and drop, and just hold it, and move to the right, and then release at the same time. So now you will see this little panel pop out. You can actually choose between outlet and action. So outlet will correspond to a class member, and action will correspond to a class method. So if we want to regard this text field as an object, we will want to choose outlet, and we will give it a name. So this is, well, name text field. Okay, and this class member is of type UI text field, and so this is just something about weekend strong pointer. which is not very important right now. So just click connect, and now you can see that Xcode automatically created a class member for us, and this is like linked to this stuff here, and we can do the same thing. So just hold Control and click and drag and drop, and we can name this as well class text field. Oops, text field connect. Okay, and then the last thing we want to do is actually connect this button here. So for buttons, they are a little bit more special because sometimes, like in most cases, we want to connect them as an action because yeah, so just click action. Now you can see we can choose the events here. So you can choose touch cancel, touch down, touch up inside. So usually we'll just use touch up inside. So this event basically just means when we tap this button, like this action will be recognized, and the corresponding method here will be triggered. Okay, yeah. So so this connection will give us a method, and to give this method a name, so we can just name it like very descriptionally. So let's see, yeah. For example, submit button tapped, and then just connect. Okay, so then anytime when this button is tapped, this the content inside this method will be will like start to happen basically. But like in some other cases, we also want to connect button as outlet to our field. So this will happen when like sometimes we want to modify the content of this button. So for example, now it is called submit, but sometimes we want to change the content to like clear or add or anything else. We will want to have a class member here representing this button, and now we can just directly use this submit button class member to modify a lot of attributes about it and change its color, for example. Okay, so yeah, that's all I want to say, and that's all I want to talk about today. And well, in next video we will like implement the functionality for this button here, and also like teach you how to actually get the content input by the user using these two class members. Okay, so see you in the next video.